Basically, there is a nerve that connects the eye to the brain. Your eye is here, the vision part of the brain is here. There's a nerve that connects them. And it never developed in this child, not normally anyway. It's there, but it's not really functioning well.
All the doctors said, I'm sorry, your child's blind, there's nothing you can do about that. And that's not a good enough answer. And we're going to prove them wrong.
Meet Cameron Petersen. He's 18 months old and has optic nerve hypoplasia. Cameron has never seen his mommy or daddy. He's never seen his toys or even his own room.
We noticed that his eyes weren't being able to track together. One of them would kind of wander, and there wasn't, he would, turn his eyes different ways and stuff like that. So we took him to see a doctor when he was about 4 months old, and he was diagnosed.
The prognosis was as disheartening as the diagnosis. There was no cure for optic nerve hypoplasia. Their research led them to Baker Biotechnology. At 4 months old, Cameron and his family headed to China, where teams of doctors and specialists are hoping stem cells will regenerate the growth of his optic nerve.
Cameron underwent 4 umbilical cord treatments. They did 2 lumbar punctures in the spine, and they did 2 through IV. They spaced him about 4 or 5 days apart. And in between the 4 or 5 days, he underwent physical therapy to help him, kind of start to visualize, use his vision a little more.
Aside from the initial treatment, there's, soreness of their back and of their legs because of the procedure. And sometimes they can get headaches from like the IV and stuff like that. But there's not really a whole lot of, harm, like big time major side effects. It's definitely worth it because the worst that could happen is nothing.
He moves around a lot more. He moves towards things. Go get it.
That's a big achievement for this little boy. The last time we saw Cameron, he couldn't even see an inch in front of him, and now he even has better control of his eyes.
The tracking with the eyes is the main thing that we can visibly see.
No more darting back and forth nonstop.
Today we're all smiles, all of us. Seems like the United States is like the only place that's not doing it.
She says doctors here told her there's no hope and to boost his other senses instead. Now she has one word for those doctors.
They are wrong. They were wrong. They were very wrong. They just took a needle and a couple of tubes and then it was done. 30 minutes, that's all. It doesn't seem simple, it is simple.
And as the days go on, they expect more progress to be made. So one day, Melissa will get the one thing she's always wanted, to have her son look at her and say, Mommy.
He'll be able to do it. He'll do it.
This optic nerve that I saw right after the stem cell had that slate gray appearance that you often see in ONH. Did any of you look pinker? Is that?
This is a patient before, when we put the light in his eyes, in his face, he never had any feeling before. And after treatment, he started to climb, the light in his eyes, his head away. So most likely you receive the light. When I saw Cameron immediately after he had the things, his neck was like that, I couldn't move. Hold him like the limb seems to be down and collapse. And you can see how active he is now. In addition to old age, he has saw, he has a few other things. This is a great progress, and I will let his mother give us 2 minutes talk, tell us what's going on. And this, the greatest contribution we have is Carol Petersen, who is the head of everything we do for all the people in America.
Yes, so this is Cameron over here with his grandmother. Cameron was diagnosed in 2006, as it said, and we started pretty much immediately, as soon as we heard about the stem cells, we started doing things to help during fundraising, because Cameron was not doing anything on his own. He wasn't walking, he couldn't hold his head up, he didn't have very much movement of any of his limbs or anything like that. So we immediately went in and started doing fundraising. He was diagnosed in 2006. We had our first awareness in 2007. Through the Braille Institute, we helped accomplish a lot. Dr. Gail Hollis, she's the leader of the Braille Institute, and she helped do some stuff helped us get some of the awareness stuff set up for Cameron. We started doing fundraising. We took him to China, we took him to China, and before, like Dr. Hakeem said, his light perception, he had no perception of the light at all. And we got to China, and the second day that he was there, he got his first IV, and the next day, immediately, we noticed that he had perception of the light. He would respond to we opened the window and he would see the sunlight, or we would take a picture of him and he would reach out and try to grab the flash because he could see it. So, and then when we came back home, he's been doing real therapy, a lot, and now he's made great progress. Cameron sees very much. Can't tell you exactly how much he sees, but I know that he sees a lot. He can feed himself, as you saw. He can walk everywhere on his own. He has use of his limbs. He's in school, and he can slide. He can climb up the slide and slide down. And he plays Ring Around the Rosie with other children. And he's learning to talk. If he would tell you his favorite color. Cameron, what's your favorite color? Yellow? Is he yellow? Can you say yellow? Yellow. What's your favorite color? Don't be shy. See, now he makes me look crazy, but I promise, he really does. He really does say it. He's been doing great, and we're very blessed that we found Stem Cell China and Dr. Hakeem, because they did tell us, everyone was telling us, that there was no hope, that we were just going to get our hopes up and nothing was going to happen. And those people were wrong. So for all of you out there who are looking for treatment, it is here. And it is time for you to go and do it, because it will help you. It will help you, and he's proof. And Riley, she's around here somewhere, and she's proof. And Connor and all the children that everybody said was never going to do anything, and now they're all proof. Everybody wrong.
Thank you very much.